Today we're making something truly special. Fall off the bone braised short ribs, the kind of comfort food that warms your soul, fills your home with the most irresistible aroma, and makes anyone who tastes it ask for seconds. This is the kind of meal you make when you want to slow down, take your time, and treat yourself or your family to something rich, tender, and unforgettable. Braised short ribs might sound fancy, but trust me, they're simple, and the secret is patience. When you let beef cook low and slow in a flavorful sauce, magic happens. The meat becomes so tender it melts under your fork, the vegetables turn sweet and buttery, and the sauce becomes thick, glossy, and full of deep, cozy flavors. Today, I'm walking you through the entire process step by step, from prepping the ribs to building the perfect braising liquid, all the way to serving this masterpiece over mashed potatoes, rice, or even creamy polenta. We're starting with short ribs that have a good amount of marbling because that fat is what keeps the meat juicy during the long cooking process. First, pat your ribs dry and season them generously with salt and pepper. Don't be shy with the seasoning. The better you season now, the better your final flavor will be. Then heat a heavy pot or Dutch oven and sear the ribs on every side. This step is important because browning builds flavor. You want a deep golden crust, don't rush it. Let each side cook until you get that rich color. Once the ribs are beautifully seared, set them aside. In that same pot, we're going to build layers of flavor. Add chopped onions, carrots, celery, and garlic, letting them cook until they soften and release their sweetness. The bottom of the pot will have all those brown bits, the fond, and that's pure flavor. Now we're ready to deglaze the pot. Pour in red wine, letting the alcohol cook off as you scrape the bottom. This step adds depth, richness, and a restaurant-level taste to your braise. Next, add beef broth, tomato paste, bay leaves, and herbs like rosemary or thyme. Stir everything together until it forms a beautiful, aromatic braising liquid. Now place your short ribs back into the pot, nestling them into the sauce so they're partly submerged. Bring everything to a gentle simmer, then cover the pot and transfer it to a low oven, about 300-degree knife. This is where patience pays off. The ribs need about 2 to 3 hours of slow cooking. During this time, the fat melts, the collagen breaks down, and the meat becomes incredibly tender. Your home will smell amazing, like the kind of cozy Sunday dinner people remember forever. After a couple hours, check the ribs. If you can pull the meat apart easily with a fork, they're perfect. If not, give them a little more time. Trust me, when it comes to braised ribs, the longer they cook, the better they get. Once the ribs are done, carefully remove them from the pot. Then, if you want a thicker, richer sauce, let the cooking liquid reduce on the stovetop. The flavors will concentrate and the sauce will turn silky and glossy. Taste and adjust seasoning with salt, pepper, or even a little sugar if the tomatoes made it too acidic. Now comes the best part, serving. Place your short ribs over a bed of creamy mashed potatoes, buttery rice, or smooth polenta. Spoon that rich sauce over the top, letting it drip down into every bite. This is comfort food at its finest. Tender meat that falls apart with barely any pressure, vegetables that have soaked up all the flavor, and a sauce so good you'll want to lick your plate. The beauty of this dish is that it's simple, elegant, and absolutely satisfying. It's perfect for family dinners, date nights, or impressing guests without stressing in the kitchen. You can even make it ahead of time. The flavor gets even better the next day. These fall-off-the-bone braised short ribs are the definition of slow-cooked love. So take your time, enjoy the process, and get ready for one of the most comforting meals you'll ever make. If you want more recipes like this, easy, cozy, and full of flavor, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what dish you want to see next.